Hey guys, Riley Jordan here, and as you can see, I got a new camera angle. It's still gonna be the same camera angle facing the review, but I just wanted to try something a little bit different, you know. So, I have this camera / iPad just facing here, and probably someday if you guys like this camera view, switching over camera views, let me know. But today, we have something very special in mind, so if you guys are ready, let's move on. Oh, the very special review here. You probably only seen the thumbnail and the title, but we have nostalgic toy review. This is my own original idea. There's probably something already like this before, but this is just my thing. So, okay, so I have all these nostalgic toys here. I mean, they're probably not nostalgic to you or whoever doesn't already have these figures. But to me, I personally think that these are kind of nostalgic in my opinion. So, we're going to take a look at these figures. And the reason why I'm doing this is because that since quarantine is starting, and also I don't have any money to get other figures, so this is basically what I've been doing, trying to gather some figures that are nostalgic to me. So if we get enough money, then I'll do the regular toy reviews that you guys love. But for right now, we're just going to do the nostalgic toy reviews. And if you guys like this when quarantine is over, if you guys still want to see this kind of new thing, you guys can leave like in the comments or something, just says, yeah, keep doing this, or just give me something that lets me know that you guys like this. So, here we go. So, right now, we have 5 figures in total. So, we're going to take a look at Man-Bat here. Now, this is Man-Bat is from Batman the Animated Series. And if you don't know what Batman the Animated Series is that it's... Come on, who doesn't know what Batman the Animated Series are? But I got this at a garage sale. I had this figure for a long time. He did have some accessories. He did have a rope that did attach to his feet. And if you watch the Batman the Animated Series, you would know what that is. I guess we could go on to the details. So, I'm not going to spend too much time on each figure, trying to make this, like, kind of speed up a little bit, you know? So, right here, it's kind of plain, because he's, he only has, like, one color. That's the brown and the tan in the pants. So, yeah, that's just the details. There's not much detail on here. But there is, like, fur detail right there. And also, if you're wondering why this is Giant T, I'll do that later. And he's also have like spine like detail coming down, so that's pretty cool. So let's go on to the articulation. So his wings here can rotate, they can go in and out, and he's got a bend at the elbow, and he's also gonna elbow swivel, and there's no articulation besides that. And he has back and forth legs, so he can kick that far and go back that far. And he doesn't have any sort of spread, and his head is on a thing that's only for the action feature that it has. But he also has kind of a tight head swivel. Okay, so I'll show you what this T does. This T thing on the back here, you can see that here. First of all, you have to get him into a flying position. That's just a given. So, and then you press the T, and he flaps his wings, and his head goes up and down. And the legs don't do nothing. And also, and sometimes when you're moving the figure, when he's flapping his wings, since this is an old figure and the joints aren't as tight, the head swivels are very tight because I don't use it. But the wings here, yeah, they're very tight. So when you flap his wings, they're gonna just flop over, and see that wing right there. You can't even see it. There you go. See that wing right there? That's flopping over. So yeah, that is Man-Bat. So let's go on to the next figure. The next figure that we're gonna do is Ben from Treasure Planet. And this figure, is another McDonald's toy, but it's actually, like, a very good it's a very good McDonald's toy. And also there's another McDonald's toy in here that also has good detail. But this one has actually good articulation. And the movie, I love it. This is a very good movie. I highly recommend it. It's on Disney+. But, you know, a lot of people don't really care for it, but I personally love it very much. Actually, the movie is trash. I hate that movie. And if you love it, then I'm just going to... I can't do this no more. Oh my god. Now you're a movie critic? I thought that you're like a dinosaur expert. But now you're coming on to my toy review again and just commenting of my opinion. I told you this before. I swear to God, I'm going to lock you in a different closet, and this time you ain't coming out. I'm going to put a padlock on there, so then you can't do nothing. So, get wrecked, and you're dead. This guy's a movie critic now. Actually, I'm an movie reviewer, not a movie critic. There is a difference. Oh my God, there is a difference. You are even dumber than I thought, because you have the worst opinion than everything, because you are just like a sucker. You can't even look at a movie and just be like, that movie is trash, because you are so connected with the animation that you just had to ruin it for me. You have to say that your opinion matters more than mine, because the fuck is wrong with you? Okay, so, I just stated my opinion on my YouTube channel, that apparently you own, and you're commenting on my opinion. Why do you have to do this? Okay? It's my opinion, and you just wrecked my toy review. What the... Now this video is gonna get over 10 minutes, and then people are gonna be like, watch time! Oh my god, watch time! Thanks for ruining it, man. Thank you for ruining it. I actually hate you. You're welcome. Thank you so much. I just love you guys. Thank you for letting me borrow your channel. I love you so much. I actually love you for that. You know what? I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of this shit. Hey, what? No, please, no. I'm sick of you. I'm sick of you, man. Stay on my channel! God. Where was I? Oh, right! Doing a toy review. God damn it. Sorry about that, guys. Swear to God, I'm gonna have to sue him or something. I don't know. Okay, so. There we go. Camera angle's all good now. So as I was saying, this toy is actually very articulated and also very detailed. And this is also very accurate to the film. So yeah, he does have some articulation, some decent articulation. So his arms can rotate, he can move, his legs can move back that far and kick that far. And he's also got a head swivel. Rotation. And also, if you're wondering why his eyes are green, his eyes actually glow in the dark, so I'm just gonna look and see if that's actually good. Yep, it's still working. Hold on, let me just hold it up to the light, and then I'll turn it off, and then you'll see how awesome it is. So let me just put it to the thing quickly. It's just gonna get a couple of seconds. Hopefully it does not light on fire. So yeah, okay. Okay, I think that's good. Okay. There you go. There's his eyes. Green and glowing. Very well done. And I can't believe after a couple of years I actually got this figure. I got it at a Value Village. And if you live in Canada, you'll probably know what that is. So yeah, pretty much. That's on the detail. Some details here. Got the wires coming out of his head. And all that. Got the gears. Very articulate. His mouth does not open, so I guess we're gonna move on to the next figure. So the next figure in the line is another McDonald's toy. I mentioned this when I was reviewing Ben. Mogarath from Spyro Chronicles. Anybody remember that movie? Movie pretty good. So another McDonald's toy. The usual. There we go. And I also just want to look at his detail. Like Ben, he has a lot of detail, more than articulation. So detail here, he's got like ripples in his skin, so his belly, and I can also see kind of like scars and stuff. So that's pretty cool. He's got like hair here, you know, we don't want to see that Mogarath dick. So, and he's also got his head here, very creepy. And he also has spikes coming out of his back. That's pretty cool. And for articulation, doesn't have much articulation, to be honest. His arms can rotate 360. Head has no articulation. His feet have no articulation. Waist has no articulation. So it's not like Ben. And I also, I love Spyro Chronicles. It's a very decent film. It's not, what's the word? It's not faithful to the books, because it was actually based on some books that I read. It's not faithful, but, you know, whatever. After I'm done this review, I think I'm actually gonna watch the movie now. So yeah, and this guy scared me to death. I almost said hell there. I don't know why. That makes no sense. If you have seen the movie and you love the movie, you'll know that when he is disguised as the main character's dad, and he transforms and he just rips open, and it's just Mogarath, scared me. And when he transformed this into a snake, I wanted to die. And there's a button on the back here, which it is kind of like an action feature. So there's a button on the back, and when you press it, there's a little hole in his mouth where there would be like kind of like a red light. So that's not faithful to the movie at all. So I don't know why they included that. So that's kind of like a random feature. But yeah, pretty decent figure. Now, anybody who likes Pokemon, Meows Boy, and this figure has been sitting on the top shelf way up there for a long time, and I never did a review on him, and I really didn't care for doing a review on him. So yeah, and I had this figure way before I even started my YouTube channel. So yeah, let's get on to the articulation. It is not a McDonald's toy. I don't think it is. Here, let me check. Nope. It's officially a licensed Nintendo product because it says on the back of his head. Very faithful representation of the character. Meowth is probably one of my favorite Pokemon that talk. And I'm pretty sure he's the only one that can talk. I can't remember much of the Pokemon series. I did watch it a lot of times. But I just haven't really gone to, watch it enough, and I haven't seen it since, so let's go on to the articulation. Rotation at the head, and he's got the gold thing on his head, and he's got the whiskers and the ears or whatever. So he's got, like, articulation, so he can kind of, like, flex on you. He's, like, flexing on your haters, and, so that's basically what he can do. His arms can, like, rotate. Well, they can't really move back that far because of his big fat head. No articulation in the feet. His tail is articulated, though. Pretty cool. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for Meowth. It's a very simple design, not much articulation, but that's okay. He can get into some decent poses, and I also like to put his tail on the ground so he can balance, because with his fat head, he can't really do much. So that's pretty much what I've done. So, let's move on to the next figure. The next figure in the line is, God damn it, is Venom from the Spider-Man 3 movie. God damn it! Can't believe I still have this figure. God damn it! Now, if you don't know me, love the Sam Raimi trilogy, but Spider-Man 3, used to watch it a lot as a kid, and I found out that, it's pretty fun. Oh my God. What were they smoking? What were they thinking? What were they thinking in the writer's room? No idea what they were doing, but got this figure. a long time ago. I haven't seen the movie, and I used to play, and I was not from the city that I'm in currently. I've been living in the city for quite a long time. I'm not going to mention the city name, of course. But still live in Canada. When I moved to the city, I had a sandbox, and that's when I met Ethan, the first like kind of neighbor that I had, and we played with Mario stuffies and all that stuff. And then basically, then we moved, and then we kind of still be friends. But I had a sandbox, and I used to play with this figure a lot. So when I go back to the downward camera view, you'll see that he has some dirt and stuff and paint chipping all over. But we're not going to talk about movie reviews right now, because right now this is a toy review. We don't want to get into that. So let's move on to the details. Let's move on to the details. Okay. Let's move on to the details and coloration. It's basic Venom colors. It's just dark blue with purple. Like, there's not much to go on. So, yeah, he's got the webbing, and also the webbing doesn't even go up here, and it doesn't even go, like, on his ass, like, and also when you bend his thing, there's a thing there, and then when you bend it back, there's the hinge joint. And also, I was mentioning before that there's paint chipping everywhere. His eyes are paint chipping. His teeth, to be honest, the paint chipping on the teeth makes it a little bit more detailed. It makes it a little bit more original, if that makes sense. Eye is dead. His tongue is made out of rubber. There's no ball joint at the tongue. And there's paint chipping at the end of his tongue. God damn it. And his freaking hand, all his fingers, and this whole thing is made out of rubber. And I can't, and also the teeth, solid plastic. And also if a kid went like that, that can cut. And I also remember that I actually cut myself with the teeth because it was way sharper. And you can kind of see where I kind of chipped that off so I don't cut myself, because I was doing that with the hinge joint because I was a dumb child. I didn't know I could just do that. But I did that and I cut myself really bad. It wasn't on this thumb. It was on this thumb. So, there's no scar or anything. So, and also, let's move on to the articulation. So, he's got a hinge joint here. So, he's got a, like, he can look up that far and look down that far. And he's also got a ball joint here. So, he's got kind of like a, oh, and his head he can also rotate. So, it's on a ball joint with a, like a hinge joint. For his arms here, his, like, I can't tell which way it's supposed to go. This is how dumb it is. Like, I can't find which way it's supposed to go. I think it's supposed to go this way, because it bends that way, and also when you bend this way, it doesn't, so I'm guessing it's that way. And so he's got his elbow, well, his thing can rotate, of course, and he's got a hinge joint here, and a hinge joint here, so you can kind of get some like that. And he's got like a bend at the elbow. That's a really far bend in the elbow. And if you see here, what the frick is that? You see that right there? That is a totally different piece of plastic moving right there with the elbow. And then we have this godforsaken thing where it's made out of rubber and there's no ball joint. It just makes me want to kill myself. And he's got this godforsaken thing right here. What the fucking, for primate's sake. Okay, sorry for that. I had to calm myself down. I was literally yelling because I can't believe that they did. Okay. If I don't think about it, no matter how much times I don't think about it, it will never let the pain go away. Anyway, he's got a bend at the knee, and he's also got that godforsaken plastic with the thing, and it also does that. What the frick were they thinking? Goddamn, this whole figure reminds me of the Spider-Man 3 movie. Just makes no sense. Why did they do this? Why? There's no pivot at all. There's no rotation at the knee. The only rotation here is this godforsaken knee swivel, and it can rotate. But I do have to give this figure a due. he can do a beautiful spread. I mean, it's not beautiful, but it's decent. And also, posability. It's good. And I actually got him into some decent poses. And on the feet here, there's a peg. And who's responsible for making this figure? Of course. On this foot right here, I'm gonna see if you can focus on this, because you're gonna freaking laugh so hard. Hold on. It says fucking Hasbro. Let's move on to the poses, shall we? Let's move on to the poses! As I was saying before, when I got frustrated because it was made by fucking Hasbro, can't get some into decent poses. And I actually got him to stand. And let's see if he could stand on here for a second. Hold on. Let me see if you guys can see this right here. Okay. I did get him to, like, this pose right here. Boom. Look at this. Decent poses. And I can also get him to some, like, really weird looking poses. Like, what the... I guess those leg joints aren't useless after all. But I wanted to show you this. This is the best pose I could possibly get him in. Hold on. Let me, like, kind of make it like this. And kind of make him like that quickly. Boom! It is good! That is what I love. Hold on. The knee is not fully good. What the fuck? I'm done with this figure. See this figure? Trash! Awful! Garbage figure! He's mocking me. He's mocking me! Are you mocking me, Venom? You were a decent figure! For 2 seconds! I was just getting decent to articulation, and then you just had to f me right in the ass. You know what? This figure is durable as hell. This figure is durable. God damn. Like, guess I can't throw you against the wall and break you, but this is your prison for now. Well, that's going to be the end of this nostalgic review. The first episode had to start off horrible. It had to start off good, and then it had to end off of a horrible note. I'm very sorry that you guys had to see me abuse a figure. I never want to abuse a figure. But if a figure can't stand in a decent pose and has god-awful articulation, then yes, you're going to see me throw figures on that wall over there. But guess what? I don't give a shit about that figure. But these figures right here, these figures, these figures go into the good box. These figures go into the nostalgic win box. And all the god-awful figures go into the trash! Sorry, I look insane. Okay. You guys go up there. You guys go up there. You guys go up there. This figure is going to have a fun time with me instead of in the trash.